Start over as many times as you need to. Twice, 4 times, 5 times, 100 times. Start over as many times as you need to. It's the fourth month in the new year, and recently in January, I started my LLC. Boom. First time in forever. I was operating under the table for a very long time. So, for those of you that don't know what that means, it just means brown paper, bag money. Gigs, shows, favors, underpriced, no priced, free. It was very, it was an experience, to say the least, right? And, some of the things that we say to ourselves is like, damn, man, I wish I had help on this. I wish I had help on that. I wish I had somebody that could help me with this thing that I'm working on. And we might find the help, maybe not in the way that we would want. I've learned that a sign is a sign, man. If you ask for something, it will come. It just might not come in the verbatim way that you expected it to. But I recently had a manager, and it's funny how life works out, For years, this is somebody that believed in me, pretty much. Believed in me, dedicated their time, effort, blood, sweat, tears. But they also had vested interest. They had their own idea of what my idea would look like for themselves. So it was mutual beneficial, I would say. Mutually beneficial. But things get complicated when you got to move around. He's in another state at the moment. I'm here. And also, too, man, accountability. I got to take accountability. I'm not the most organized at all. I'm not the most organized. I'm not the most on time. Parts of this gift that we have of creation, right? It's going to come with some kinks, man. Sorry, I keep coughing, man. That motherfucking loud pack killing me. It's going to come with some kinks in there. You can't be the reason the ship sinks. You know what I'm saying? I have a mental block. I am neurodivergent. I'm in the process of trying to treat that. For those of you that don't know what neurodivergent means, the definition is right here. Pretty just means your brain's a little whacked up. And sometimes that causes me to fall into like a dark place, a place of quiet, solitude. Don't want to talk, don't want to pick up the phone. Just antisocial, social battery very low. And that's not good when you're running a business, because there are people that need answers from you. They want to make sure things are running smoothly. You want to make sure things are running smoothly. And that can't happen if you're just going ghost because you feel away. But this shit gets so bad sometimes, bro. It's like I self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. Like right now, I have no script for this. I'm just speaking from the heart, speaking off the chest, But aside me taking accountability for that, this person knows who he is. If they watch this video, I'm sure they'll have their own opinions about it. But aside from that, right, when you do start over, remember, the ball is in your court, right? It is great when you find somebody that understands the business that you're in, but they also have to understand your business. You know what I mean? Like, Kanye is a crazy motherfucker. I love to use this guy as an example because while he may be outlandish, insane in the membrane, he's got this like, I'm gonna take it to the end with my thinking when it comes to the shit that he believes in. And you need someone that's going to believe in that shit just as much as you do. Now, me predominantly, I'm a music creator. That's my main thing. Maybe some of you guys don't know that because I went viral for some video shit. The thing that I went viral for had really nothing to do with what I do, but You go with what works. Sometimes God works in funny ways when he wants to bless you. He might not give you what you ask for, but he gives you what you need. And that's why I've been picking up cameras. And by no word or means of the sort do I consider myself a videographer or a photographer or anything like that. I'm a music guy. Y'all just see most of my content because my music in my demographic area wasn't really pushing. My skill level and talent will always be subjective depending on who's speaking, but leave it to me. I have a niche audience. That's what I would call it. Some of the people that I feel like I blend well with are like Jordan LaFavor, who I've done a collab with. Conscious, who's out here in Connecticut. He's doing really good. And the West Hill Road Gang and everybody at the Sono Collections. Like those guys those are my people. Now, do I pop out enough? I don't. But that speaks to my just lack of social skills when I'm going through these lows. I like to call them lows because I have my moments where I get up and I'm ready to go. I'm up and at it. I'm active. Let's get it done. And then sun comes down and it's a new day and it's hard to find that energy again. So I know I'm all over the place with this, but this is just about starting over. This is not my regular pod setup. This is literally just some thoughts I threw together using the Rode mic. It's a on the go Rode. I forgot what it was called. NT USB Mini. It's called. And this mic is something I would consider you pull out if you are on the road recording an idea for a song, because it can plug right into your phone. Nowadays, all the phones are USB-C. This is USB-C. There's no excuse. Two angle, real quick. I'm doing a little extra with this. This is just supposed to be a quick thoughts, but obviously, sometimes, your mind goes into a place. But obviously, I have my regular podcast mic, which is the Rode NT1. And my Lawton audio for regular recording. But I'm starting over again. Went and got my LLC. My business partner was helping me build a website, and he was very invested. But, like I said, he was working for me for free for years, with me for free for years. We finally got into a situation where I was able to compensate him for his time. And I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought that was a step in the right direction. But besides that, it's still going to need to be nurtured. Like, this is a living thing. And living things need to be nurtured, right? They have to be nurtured. They have to be watered. They're like flowers. So that had to end. And it was the right thing to do, because even though we might be cool, we might be boys, I was probably slowing him down. How many minutes are we at here? I can't see. 8. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. I probably was slowing him down. And obviously, if I was in a position, I'd be as frustrated as he is too. Missed meetings, lack of effort. I'm forgetting things. Unless I write them down, they're not going to be set in stone. That's where I take my accountability, which is why I know that, okay, this time around, I got to bite what I can chew. You know what I'm saying? It was great, all the things that he wanted to do with me, because those are the things that a business would need to grow. However, we can't bump heads on sound. We can't bump heads on certain small things, on timing, And this is what I try to tell people when they're looking for help. You have to find somebody that is obsessed with your shit just like you are, because granted, can a country music manager manage a rock star? He could, but his level of expertise, his field of expertise is country, so he would probably thrive better in that setting. There's a possibility that the sound that I make and what I'm used to and what I'm learning and what I'm gravitating towards is not the sound that was his Golden Goose. And that's not me guessing. The proof was in the pudding. Obviously, when we first started this situation, he was managing other people. And none of them niggas was like me. We was like 21 Jump Street, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, two opposite officers, just like separate from the spectrum. But you got to find somebody that understands your niche. Now, they could work in tandem with a bare bones, by the book music manager or content manager or just overall production manager and help that come to life. But this is a service-based industry. Everyone needs someone to do something. So I would like to think that someone like Drake, for example, the people that are on his team Does he put out a record that maybe doesn't sound so good? That could be possible. But however, for the majority of the building of this sound, these people on this team are people that are not only in tune with that sound, but this is what they want. This is what they're looking for. This is their golden goose. They're fans of that sound, so they can probably better manage it. Sometimes we find these. I bet Party Next Door's manager is probably one of the most eclectic people as far as music consumption, because to market and manage someone like that, who has irregular R&B pockets and tones, that's not just for everybody. And I can tell because I would bump heads with my ex-manager about certain things that I knew for sure in my musical soul would work, but it's just, different sides of the same coin. So accountability, start over as many times as you need to. Hopefully somebody got something out of that.